Hey everybody! The new 10th episode of the Skibidi Toilet Multiverse is out. It's not just the longest episode, but the coolest we've ever seen. Today we talk about why the drillmen are the most useless race of the Alliance. Is Titan Clockman alive? And can the agents repair him? And how can they cure an infected Titan cameraman? As you remember, the parasite is deep inside him and strongly connected to his head. I will show you all the secrets and Easter eggs of this episode. Get your tea and snacks ready, watch the video to the end, you're absolutely gonna enjoy it. Let's go. At the very beginning, the POV cameraman has some sort of clock grenade in his hands. I immediately decided to compare the time on this clock to the big Clockman's clock, and it matches. One of the drillmen sits next to us and looks around. He has a strange device in his hands, and we will come back to it a little later. Notice that this guy is dressed differently than the first drillman we saw. All his clothes are black or dark gray, and I even thought at first that he is an elite agent among them. But he's not, and you'll see why very soon. There are battles going on all around us, and it looks like it's the Skibidi toilet base. The location, by the way, is very similar to the one that Dafuk used. But overall, a lot of things here are different from the original series. Cameraman takes a bat in his hands and wants to practice baseball, but apparently this Skibidi prefers rugby. And why doesn't this toilet just eat him or pour acid from the barrels? He just starts headbutting the agent? What the heck? Notice also the Skibidi toilet in the back. I don't even understand what those things instead of machine guns are. Bro looks like a cheap copy of the Skibidi machine gunner from Walmart. But what about the POV cameraman? He decides to save his buddy and throws a time bomb right at Skibidi. By the way, the agents have watches on their hands, so all the effects of the Clockman's weapons don't affect them. POV cameraman also has the same kind of watch. Dude realized that his opponent was immobilized and really felt safe. He's like, "Who's the big baddie boy now?" But you should never forget that this is a battle and get distracted, so this guy was instantly punished for his antics. Skibidi circular saw flew by and cut off his camera. By the way, I noticed an interesting thing right here. Remember this sign here on Titan Drillman's jetpack? The exact same airplane flew by in the background at this moment. We see a bunker in the distance, and that's where Titan Clockman is located. But to get there, they have to destroy all those Skibidi, and the cameramen aren't doing a good job of it. So this Skibidi puts on his speakers and stuns the cameraman. But why the hell doesn't he suffer from loud sound? He's not even wearing headphones. Was he born deaf or what? There's a Skibidi airplane flying over here. We haven't seen one of those yet. But these helicopters looked at it, realized that there's really nothing to help, and flew away. But the one who gets respect is Clockman Bouncer. He hits someone with a hammer with all his might, and the enemy explodes. And all the while, our elite drillman was thinking about how to get to that bunker. And an ingenious plan came up in his head. Drill. Bro really decided to bore a tunnel to the hangar with this hand tool without a drill bit. There's a rumor that he's still digging his tunnel, by the way. Meanwhile, the POV cameraman is being attacked by a mutant with a chainsaw. And oh my god, why is he so slow? Before sawing off cameraman's camera or even just attacking him, this dude decides to wave his thingy around and even cut up the car a little bit. And as it always happens, at the most important moment, he gets distracted by a Skibidi scout drone with big news. TV appearance! Apparently he can pick up the signal of TV men, because he has a TV and even some kind of antenna. But why the heck does this guy have a camera on his head? Is it a secret agent of the cameramen or something? And even if it is a night vision device, why does it only have one lens? Is he a damn cyclops? The Skibidi toilets look a little confused, and the cameramen a little dead. Okay, apparently the TV men realized that help was needed here, and decided to teleport in to the rescue. Look at that baldy hitman boy. He's like, "Bro, we gotta run, you see?" And Big Clockman shows up right in the middle of this place. Skibidi decides to just rush in and attack him, and it's kind of stupid. Why hasn't the mutant ended with the POV cameraman? Why the hell didn't this helicopter fire his rocket launchers? But okay, Skibidi toilets aren't known for their high IQ. Big Clockman is timing 20 seconds and everyone is scattering to blow up the toilets like they did in the first episode. But before we move on, let's look at this clown. He's got some dummy things instead of guns and goofy glasses. You might think it's just a one weird Skibidi, but no, there's another one out there in the distance near the gate. The agents didn't even start destroying him. This bro was seriously mentally attacked by that finger. But I noticed something else. Who do you think this guy is? He looks like a little G-Man clone with one laser. But most importantly, he's got these eyebrow-raising things, just like that Skibidi who was controlling the clone. I have no idea what this buddy's doing here, but the one I really like around here is this speaker man. Bro says hello to Skibidi Toilet with 2 legs. By the way, I was just talking about this weird guy right here. When we get another one of these Skibidis in front of us but with a white toilet, notice how the POV cameraman throws a knife at him. I'm even amazed at such skills. The Clockman bouncer throws us some dynamite, and the POV decides to feed a hungry Skibidi circular saw with it. Yeah, I think he forgot to tell him bon appetit. Yeah, that's better. I think it was revenge for a buddy that Skibidi destroyed in the beginning. Big Speaker Man and Clockman Bouncer seem to have already escaped into this hangar, but the POV doesn't make it in time. The infected Titan cameraman appears right in front of him, and he's about to split him into atoms. But thank God, Titan Speakerman flies to the rescue and tries to cure his friend. Cameraman fights a little weirdly. Apparently the parasite has forgotten how to control Titan. Instead of moving his arms, legs, hitting with his hammer, and firing his cannons, he just stands still and makes pew-pew. That's when Titan Drillman comes to the rescue and pulls cameraman waist-deep into the ground. But unfortunately, the parasite can't be destroyed. We know it's not that easy. I have a few ideas on how Titan cameraman can be cured, but I'll tell you about it a little later, so watch the video to the end. The infected Titan kicks Speakerman in his balls and then slaps his butt and starts to epically get out of the trap. But Titan Drillman catches the runner and smacks him to the ground. That's where the line with Titan cameraman ends, but I think we'll see him in the next episode. Speakerman looks at us menacingly and tells us to go to the hangar to rescue Clockman. And yes, that's when I got really sad. The poor guy has been lying there for a very long time without any help. Luckily, we know that Clockmen are just robots, so they can be repaired. Oh, and I didn't expect to see Speaker Woman here. Why didn't that hottie tell me she was going on this mission? Never mind. For some reason, this cameraman decided to go up to Titan and ask him how he's doing. Bro really thinks he can repair him or something? But apparently this hangar was a trap. We see the new Skibidi welder here. By the way, did you notice that Titan Speakerman has some flamethrowers on top? I noticed it back in the last analysis, but I'll remind you again. Speaker Woman decides to defend this guy. Oh my God, what are you doing? He's got a welding helmet on his head, and of course her knife won't help here. Skibidi grabs her and the knife flies away. Yeah, I was really starting to get worried at this moment. But luckily Plungerman on the glitchy toilet shows up. Yeah, I told you we'd see him in this episode. And now we see Plungerman's new ability. In case you didn't notice, he attached plungers to this guy's weapon, and then they exploded and turned into ice. Now we understand why the plungers are white in color. But there is also one question. Why didn't the plunger on this Skibidi's head turn to ice? Apparently not all of them have that ability, or they need to be activated, I don't know. Camera Woman fires her paralyzing darts at Skibidi, and he collapses to the floor. Now this is where I think this guy's overstepped all of the hecking bounds. I mean, I appreciate you saving Speaker Woman, but why the hell are you touching her with your hands, bro? Yeah, I have to stay Chad. Damn it, she's clapping for him? Okay, calm down, buddy. He just saved her life, nothing more. Okay, what about Titan? He's injured badly because his core is damaged. But apparently these little clock spiders can fix it. All the agents take them to Titan and stand in a circle like it's some kind of ritual. And the TV dude is so lazy. He decided to teleport instead of walking a couple steps. But unfortunately, something went wrong. The spiders broke and all the Clockman's clocks started going off. A magnetic big boy appeared right above the roof of the building and broke all the clocks again. Remember, we saw him on the poster at the Clockman base. I really hope they've researched him and figured out how to fight him. Maybe they have some kind of weapon or something? Well, what about the Clockman Titan? I think after they destroy the magnetic Skibidi and the others, it would be a great time to repair him. It might even be cool to teleport Titan Clockman to the base or to a safe location. But we need another Titan to do that, and that's Cinema Man. I hope he will appear soon in this multiverse as well. I'm sure Titan Clockman can be repaired, and it will happen in the next episodes. Okay, what about the cameraman? I guess the Titans started chasing him. Otherwise, how did they let that magnetic Skibidi fly up here? Although if the magnetic big boy teleported here, the Speakerman Titan will spot him and attack him from the back. I think in the next episode, the Alliance will work together and try to get Clockman to safety. They should repair him first and then deal with curing the cameraman Titan. So how can he be cured? I think TV Woman can help with that. Her head can control the electrical parts too. If she takes control of Titan, he won't attack the agents for a while. Then they'll have time to disassemble his body and cut the parasite's connection to Titan's head. In episode 6, Clockman was very close, but he didn't need to pull on the parasite. If he would have cut this thing off, the parasite would no longer control Titan, and his head would have remained intact. So it's very likely that in the new seasons we'll see how the agents can cure him. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!